How to score 119 on the TOEFL in 2 weeks. Complete plan, study material, and no coaching needed. Welcome to another video, guys. Today we are talking about the TOEFL tests, especially US. So, most probably you're going to be looking at taking the TOEFL test. What is in the TOEFL test? It's a test of English language. That's it. It stands for Test of English as a Foreign Language. Very simple. Now, before I actually begin, one thing I want to tell you is this video. This particular video. If you're watching this and you're spending 10 to 15 minutes of your time on this video, this is everything you will need. You will not need to go ahead and watch another video on this topic. I assure you of that. If you can give me 10 to 15 minutes of your super valuable time, I would be very obliged because this plan can take you from beginner to expert. I can assure you, you will not need any coaching whatsoever. You do not have to go out and pay someone for coaching. No, this is it. And this works for working professionals and students. So, no matter who you are, what your journey is, you can actually use this to get the result you are looking for. Whether you're aiming for 110, 100, 120, whatever you want in the TOEFL test, it is possible with this video. The thing with this plan is that it simply works. It's a proven methodology and a lot of free study material will be made available to you as long as you can just go ahead and sign up on ischoolprep.com. That's the website. Go ahead, sign up. Free study material will be delivered to your email directly. Let's actually begin with the video. So, here's the plan. The number one thing I want you to do is after you finish watching this video is to book a test. Now, why is this important? See, for me, I don't know if you're like me, but this works for a lot of people. It's worked for hundreds of people that I have worked with, and I'm sure it works for you as well. Having that knife over your head when you know that you have a deadline that you need to finish this task, you will somehow find the time for it. In most cases, as long as you've given yourself enough time. So, what I recommend is to take 15 days out. Book a test 15 to 20 days later, whenever you prefer. After watching this video, it will be clear to you how many days you want. To be honest, but 15 days would be the ideal time. The next thing you do is take a mock test so that you understand your current performance. You should know right now I stand at maybe 90, 95, 80. Wherever you stand right now, it's okay to have that. But have that in your mind so that you can calculate the amount of improvement you had in these next 2 weeks that you're going to be working this plan. If you don't know which study material to use for the mock test, don't worry. I'm just going to be getting to that in the next point. So there are two kinds of study material that I will recommend. The first is concept building and the second is for practice. First, let's talk about concept building. For concept building, I'll tell you the best material that you could ever get is the Manhattan 5-pound book for the TOEFL. Now, why do I pick this book? It comes with Manhattan online portal where you can listen to audio recordings of many questions that need to be in the audio recordings and solutions too. By the way, the second thing that I love about this, of course, it has section-wise preparation. That means that you can focus on the reading section first, then you can move on the next one. You don't have to take the whole list. The book is divided into 4 parts: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. All of these are covered very, very well separately. Of course, with a lot of questions, And this comes very close to the actual ETS level. ETS is the creator of the test. It comes very close to the actual ETS level of questioning. The only thing to be careful about over here is that ETS removed some question types recently, and this book was not updated. So some chapters you may just have to skip, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can skip 2 or 3 chapters from this book, but still it's the best source for concept building that I could find on the market. By the way, if you're looking for this book and the online portal, again, you could get it from Manhattan, or you can go to this discounted website. It's called newstudymaterial.com. You go over there and you can actually get this material for much cheaper price. And it will be instantly delivered to you in the form of an ebook and of course an email with the credentials. So you don't need to wait even a single day to begin your preparation. The study material that I have for you is for practice. Practice is very important, guys. And the only resources I will suggest for practicing are the ETS official test guides. Now, this is the official material directly given to you by the test creators. It comes with software that runs on Windows, Mac, whatever you're using, essentially. And you can actually take these tests and prepare for these tests on your laptop. That is very convenient, and it has section-wise practice available. Or you can take the whole test completely. It's up to you. And, of course, this is the best material to actually test yourself, since this is actually ETS material, which is basically given to you by the creators of the test. In total, these 3 books give you access to 14 mock tests, which you can very easily get, again for a discounted price on the website that I've shown you. Alright guys, now let's get started with your actual day-to-day prep plan. What do you have to do today? What do you have to do tomorrow? Everything will be covered. And by the way, if you're a working professional, it doesn't matter. If you can take out about 3 hours every day from your life for the next 15 days, this is a good to go plan altogether. You don't need to worry about anything. Of course, this plan does not work for you if you want a customized one based on your current performance. That's something that we can do in the TOEFL plan building service. Alright guys, let's move on to phase 1 of our preparation. Our preparation is split into 2 phases, by the way. The first phase is for concept building. Now, you know which book to use as well. This phase, however, is for 12 days. 12 days. The biggest part of our preparation is concept building right now. What can we do here? We can give each of these sections 3 days. That means the reading section, we study that for 3 days. Listening, 3 days. Speaking, 3 days. And writing, 3 days. Alright, let's start with reading first. For day 1, what you're doing essentially over here is that you're following the ETS official guidebook first, alright? You're studying the reading section. You're understanding the reading section, ETS guidebook. That's what you're doing. And everything you do over here on day 1 is untimed. You do not worry about the timer first. What you want to do is you want to finish the reading section from the ETS official guidebook. Over here, you will go over the strategies, examples, how to solve these questions, and then you will solve 6 passages. Again, you have to finish these in untimed mode, and you review right after every single passage. That means you don't do 6 at once and then review. You do 1 passage, you review, and again until you finish all 6. Day 2 is also untimed. But what you're doing on day 2 is that you're working with Manhattan 5-pound book. On day 2, what you're going to be doing is that you will finish 8 reading passages, 1 at a time, in untimed mode from this Manhattan 5-pound book. I want you to use chapter 6, which is mixed reading passages. Essentially, mixed passages that comes from different topics. Mixed passages that come from different topics, different backgrounds. Those are the ones you should be picking. And you should be doing 8 of those. At the end of each passage, what I want you to do is review carefully, okay? Take a look at the answers in the back of the book. Even if your answer is correct, don't worry about it. Take a look at all the options and understand the book's logic of solving things. Finally, on day 3, we are moving towards ETS TOEFL IBIT software for the test. This time, we are completing 5 full-fledged sections with a timer. You will be recording your answers, listening to them, and reviewing them. Next, we are moving to the writing section, which will take 3 days as well. Day 1. Pick up the official guidebook and finish the writing section chapter. Focus on the strategies provided. Remember that there are 2 types of questions. For each question type, write 3 passages, 1 at a time. After each passage, review your work. My advice is to use a simple notepad on your Windows or MacBook because it doesn't autocorrect spelling or grammar. When reviewing, use Grammarly to improve your score by identifying grammatical mistakes. Day 2. Work in untimed mode using the Manhattan 5-pound book. Complete 3 questions of writing passage type 1 and 3 questions of writing passage type 2. Review after each passage. Day 3. Finish 5 full-fledged writing sections, timed using the ETS TOEFL IBIT software. Review each section thoroughly. Every day, the plan is set for 12 days. You might be wondering about the remaining 3 days. Well, that's phase 2. Phase 2. Each morning take mock test from the ETS TOEFL IBIT Book 2 software. Review in the afternoon or evening focusing on your weaker areas. Spend at least 3 days taking mock tests to get used to the test duration of 3 to 3.5 hours. You can take more than 3 mock tests if you have time, as you have access to 5 mock tests. I hope this video helps you. If you found this video helpful, please share it with others who are taking the test. Subscribe to this channel, share it, and follow us on Instagram. We create a lot of helpful videos for study abroad and work abroad journeys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below if you watched the video till the end and share your score. I'm excited to see that. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Goodbye, take care, and all the best.